Welcome to Face Palm Sunday, and today we have a really sad individual. And the thing is, these types of people are people who take the original definition of a word and they twist it to mean something entirely different than the original interpretation or context of what that thing has always been. Looking at the dictionary right now, harassment is aggressive pressure or intimidation. Persecution, intimidation, pressure, force, coercion, hassle. They face daily harassment by the police. That is the dictionary definition of harassment. I personally define harassment as unwanted attention from an individual. You take the proper steps to block them. They find another means of contacting you, or they put out your phone number, your address, whatever it be, personal information, like personal information. That's a form of harassment. And that type of behavior is 100% wrong. There is no justifying it. But today, this lady goes to show what she really believes. And the interesting thing about this video is it makes me question not only the college, but what are they teaching in gender studies classes at this school. If you have a woman like this, and this is her mindset, her mentality of what harassment is, what are they teaching in the actual classroom? That is what scares me. This here is a woman who is at a college designed for higher education to give people a chance to not only get a job, but become successful individuals for the rest of their lives.
Harassment is totally like that.
I'm not harassing no one.
You are.
I'm not.
I can call security. You can fill out the form just like everybody else does.
Okay, I mean, I'm just waiting to talk to someone. I'm not harassing no one, though.
Sitting here until somebody's available is harassing them.
That's not
It
harassing.
is. Would you like for me to call campus security?
I mean...
I will go do that.
Okay.
Now the question that I should be asking you is this racist or sexist or both? Quite frankly, in my personal opinion, I feel as if she was showing her racial feelings towards the African American culture. But who says something like that? Sitting here and waiting is harassment? This to me underlines a much deeper embedded problem with this woman that actually may be mental, but could also be completely utterly racist at the same time and sexist. Now I'm not going to sit here and claim that this woman's a feminist, and I'm not going to sit here and claim that all feminists actually believe this is the definition of harassment. But what I do know is that the people who I classify as feminazis, also known as radical extremists, within the movement or ideology of feminism, is that their definition of harassment is borderline, specifically probably this. People who, if they receive a tweet that disagrees with them or criticizes them, that equals harassment. I honestly can't get over the fact that this is a waiting room. A waiting room. It's called a waiting room. You wait for people, and it should be called waiting room harassment. Can you imagine if a doctor's office actually worked this way? Oh, honey, I broke my finger, I broke my arm, or my hand's chopped off. The nurse says to him, I'm sorry, you can't sit here, but I'm bleeding. Why? I need a doctor. You cis white male sitting in the office waiting to get help is harassment. You cis white privileged male. How can you sit in the doctor's office and expect help from us? We don't help your kind here. We're gonna let you bleed, because that's what you get for harassing me in the doctor's office. All seriousness aside, though, it reminds me of when I went to court at age 18 and the charges were completely dropped, as my very first girlfriend tried to get an anti-harassment order put on me. And I've talked about this before, but it completely got thrown out in court because she had no substantial evidence that any of the stuff that had happened was me. But not only that, I brought evidence myself to prove that I was not harassing her because I had her blocked on all of my social networking sites. And what she actually brought to the court case was tweets of other people to her that were about me. So my friends asking her, why did you do this to Daniel, or why did you do this, somehow led to me harassing her individually. And I'll always remember that day because the judge just pretty much bitch slapped her in the face, said, I can't take anything that you have serious because there's no evidence for it. Someone saying something that you don't like is not considered harassment. And the crazy thing is I've dealt with a lot of harassment myself, and I don't make videos claiming, hey, look at me, I had my number doxed. Hey, I had my credit card number, I had my cell phone account on Verizon hacked by someone on YouTube who sent me a message saying that I got into your Verizon account, I checked and I was locked out and had to change all my credit card information. I've had both of my addresses doxed, that I currently lived at my parents' house, which is still doxed. My mother's phone number is still out on the internet, which people are calling, harassing her still almost weekly thinking that they're harassing me, but I rarely ever mention this. And why is that? Because I don't get pleasure out of a victim complex, out of this poor me, give me money on Patreon because my numbers are being doxxed. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow reptiles, my name is Daniel Soulsbach, also known as Mr. Repsion. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you agree with it, a lot of people don't know this, but the more likes a video has, the more chance of it actually being seen. The more dislikes it has, the lesser chance that it actually has to be seen by any other people. Personally, I think this algorithm that YouTube has is pretty stupid, especially if you get a lot of trolls on your channel like I do. And if you'd like to support me any more than just watching my YouTube videos, my Patreon is linked down below with some awesome perks. Peace, the Rep